Live from the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of North Georgia, coverage of Peach Belt Conference basketball is on the air. And good evening, everyone, alongside Lee Glenn, Craig Corbin, and the Nighthawk Sports Network team here on a MLK Day matchup between North Georgia and Flagler College. It is always great to be able to see the Nighthawks do battle with the Saints. Flagler, a program that North Georgia played exactly a month ago to the day. And a big win for North Georgia on the road, 75-59. Since then, North Georgia has maintained a perfect conference record. The lone unbeaten at 6-0, now 12-1 overall. Flagler comes in at 9-7 and even 500, 3-3 within the Peach Belt Conference.
Yeah, Flagler is a unique beast because they're like at the geographic tip of our conference map. So every road trip to them is advantage Saints because it's just a hard thing to do. But just think about all the road trips that they have to make up north, up 75, up 95. So the Saints are losers of 2 straight, lost Saturday afternoon at Young Harris. Have stayed in the local area for a couple days, and will now drive back to St. Augustine tonight. So that always presents a challenge when you're having to deal with an extended road trip, much less one of this length. So, you mentioned that it was exactly a month ago today that we played Flagler down there and won, which is a tough thing to do. But one thing that's unique odd for me is that this is the second team that we've played twice already in the conference schedule.
Early.
Before, I believe that I counted earlier, there's 4 teams in the league that we haven't even seen once. And so it's just an odd situation with the imbalanced schedule. But you and I talk a lot about how much we love conference basketball because coaches know each other, players know each other. You're going to play twice, maybe even 2 or 3 times. But when you play in a shortened window and have to play again, it's almost like a micro series of an NBA playoff. That's
right.
Why I'm not really an NBA playoff or NBA fan, but I do enjoy watching NBA playoffs because when teams have to play potentially 7 times, you really see those little micro adjustments, and I think that there'll be a little bit of that out here today with these 2 coaches.
Would you agree too that given the fact that Flagler coach Mo Smith spent so many years at Georgia College with a great rivalry between North Georgia and Georgia College, that is sort of carried over now that he is at Flagler?
There's no doubt. I think that some of those micro adjustments and strategies where you've seen teams come out and kind of play us different. Just because they know that if you just roll the ball out and play, it's tough to beat us in this building. But Coach Smith is one of those guys that will employ a strategy. He's will not just play us man for man. He knows, and everybody, it's not just Coach Smith, but every league and every coach in this league understands what individual teams' kryptonite is. And I think Coach Smith has an understanding of what ours is, but teams have really had a tough road to hoe to actually get us to consume that kryptonite.
Well, and I think, quite honestly, a great example of that have been the games where perhaps the Nighthawks have not gotten out of the gate well, but have responded in either late second quarter or second half of the ball game to come out on top and have shown the resiliency to handle the days where they're not at 100%.
Yeah, I think that's one of the benchmarks of our women's basketball team here is, especially in this building, is fast first quarters, and just set the tone of the first quarter. I think the games where we've had to pull away late, you've seen teams just take that off of the plate from us, whether it be odd defenses, not guarding our 4-player, full court double team pressure just to make us burn time to bring it up, just odd things to make us get out of our rhythm. But that is one definitely of the game keys that I'll be watching here today is can we start fast here on a Wednesday afternoon where there's some weather issues may or may not be a big crowd in here.
All right. Should be a great matchup. Glad you've joined us. We will step aside when we come back. Time for your starting lineups and the opening tip. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back in a moment.
Leadership is fueled by vision and passion. Leadership is service with empathy, creativity, and integrity. Leadership is seeking continuous improvement for yourself and your community. Since 1873, the University of North Georgia has prepared generations of civic, professional, and military leaders. Today, UNG is a leading regional university that serves students across 5 campuses and online, with educational pathways ranging from associate degrees to doctoral programs. And as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the nation, UNG holds designations as a state leadership institution and as the Military College of Georgia. UNG's national reputation and student profile are growing stronger each year, and we remain focused on student success and academic excellence at all levels. Across UNG, our incredible faculty and staff are scholars and mentors who inspire service, inquiry, and creativity. And resume-building experiences help each student fulfill their potential. We know the value of determination and teamwork in and out of the classroom, and this spirit pushes our students to excel on the field, serve our communities, and explore the world. When the day is done, the real measure of our success lies in who our graduates become. Outstanding leaders for a diverse and global society. The University of North Georgia.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel, the UNG Bookstore, Bryan Properties Commercial Real Estate, and Northeast Georgia Health System.
Time now for your starting lineups. First for the Saints of Flagler will be number 2, Tori Pierce. Number 3, Sadie Russell. Number 15, Josiana Mathis. Number 23, Cheryl McCormick. And number 24, Amuk Tong. The Saints 9-7 overall, 3-3 in conference play. For the Nighthawks under head coach Buffy Burson, be a slightly different starting lineup tonight. Be number 3, Anna Claire Atha. Number 5, Abby Franklin. Number 15, Livy Blackstock. Number 21, Josie Earnhardt. And number 42, Julianne Sutton. As we mentioned, the Nighthawks 12-1 overall, 6-0 in Peach Belt play. And without question, North Georgia looking to maintain that unbeaten Peach Belt conference record, but will not have quite the long bench tonight available.
I think that's something that every team in the league and around the country is going to have to deal with between here and the end of the season. So it was kind of one of our leads that we talked about at a lot of our our early season games, was how we've just got a much deeper team than we have ever had. So if there's anybody that knows how to win with 7 or 8 or 9 players, it's definitely the white team tonight.
And the Nighthawks taking the opening tip. Franklin giving to Blackstock. Back to Abby in the corner. Bounce pass. Oh, look, the no-look pass to Blackstock. In and out, no good. The 3 just rimming away. First possession of the night for Flagler. Mathis away to Pierce. Torrey now gives it to Amuk Tong in the lane. Shot clock at 10. Now Russell, top of the key. Backdoor cut, knocked away by Franklin, but still corralled by the Saints. Shot up, no good. Long rebound. Earnhardt gives to Franklin. Still no score. First minute of the first quarter. Abby around a screen, works to the elbow. Now Earnhardt. One dribble. Back to Anna Claire. Down the lane in traffic. Shot would not fall. The follow. No good. And a late whistle. That will send Julianne to the line.
AC was a little caught off guard by how open she was right there on the dribble handoff, and she had plenty of space for a jump shot, but chose to drive, created a 2-on-1 there. Thought she might have got bumped on the finish, but Julianne Sutton was there on the weak side and was able to chase down that rebound, and that's really turned into one of Julianne's strong points of her game lately, as teams are doing such a good job of guarding her on the front part of the possession, not allowing post entries. So now she's learned that if she chases my teammates' shots, I get equal amount of touches.
And the second free throw good, 1-0 North Georgia. 71% on the season from the line for Julianne. By the way, that foul was on McCormick. Down low, Tong, no good. Rebound, Sutton. Outlet comes to Blackstock. Livy down the far side. Now back to Franklin. Abby will send it right back to Blackstock. Sutton, top of the key. Abby open momentarily. Now Anna Claire will stop. Away to Blackstock. Inside. Nice move by Livy.
So Livy's first shot of the night was a three-point attempt, where that shot was a really clean look. But you like that from a freshman or someone that's kind of in uncharted territories, which she is in her start. Just a really aggressive drive to the rim, playing through the defender's chest.
Three-pointer no good. Franklin back to Anna Claire. Now Abby. We've played 2 minutes here in the opening quarter. Cross-court pass to Earnhardt. Josie drives, puts it up, and it goes. Got the friendly bounce.
That's something that the Nighthawk faithful are definitely happy about there, seeing Josie Earnhardt get run off the three-point line, which is definitely the first line of her scouting report, but then go and finish a tough two right there. And so that's something that she hasn't really had in her game a lot, but that really makes you question the length of your closeout on her catches on the perimeter.
And the senior from Rabun Gap, Georgia, with a three-point play, makes it 6-0. And the first basket for the Saints coming from Sadie Russell, senior from Nottingham, England. 6-2, North Georgia the lead and the ball. Earnhardt back in the corner to Franklin. Launches a three. It's in and out, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Blackstock double-teamed. Foul. That will go against Tori Pierce.
It's another thing right there. Julianne Sutton, another offensive rebound on a corner three. Those are hard for bigs to rebound because normally they've got long misses, but she's gathered. The first one was a miss two. That was a miss three. But I think what I'm most proud of there is Livy's ability to, as a guard perimeter player, chase offensive rebounds, right? So if on the first couple possessions, if you know that the person that is guarding you is a stay-back player that is involved with inbounding and bringing it up the floor, you've got free right to go offensive rebound.
Bingo. Livy now 6 of 8 from the line on the season. It's 7-2. Travel will turn it over to North Georgia. 7:06 to go here in quarter number 1. Franklin looked over at Coach Burson, got the play call on the wing. Now drives to the baseline underneath. Earnhardt right back to Abby, holding high. Now Josie will take it out in between the circles. Heads down the right side of the lane. Shot up. Good.
2 for 2 for Josie on the baseline, on that dribble penetration and finishes right there. That was a tough finish. Flagler did a good job of cutting her straight line drive off, but she was able to hit the little modified floater.
That 15-footer from number 15, Josiana Mathis, makes it 9-4. Josiana, a senior from Beverly Hills, Florida.
Nighthawks need to make sure that they're talking through high ball screens right there.
Blackstock has that one blocked by McCormick. Here come the Saints. Quick pass up ahead to Russell, battling in. Stops. Way it goes to Pierce. Thought there might have been steps. Long one, no good. Did not hit the iron. Into the hands of Franklin. Abby brings it up. All alone. Anna Claire for three. Largest lead of the night and a timeout taken with 5:44 to go in quarter number one. North Georgia 12, Flagler 4. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
Our thanks to Chick-fil-A, one of the fine sponsors of the Nighthawk Sports Network. Team's back on the floor, 5:44 to go. Quarter number one, Flagler with possession. And in the ballgame now, Marta Franco, freshman from Miami. Franco from the elbow puts it up. That one's an air ball out of bounds and over to North Georgia. Also in the ballgame now, Taylor Gardner for Flagler. Out front, Atha away to Earnhardt. Now Blackstock away to Abby. Thought about it for a quick second. Now Earnhardt, shot clock at 10, goes baseline underneath. Bounce past Julianne in traffic. Somehow got the English on that shot.
That takes a lot of muscle to be able to play through a defender like that.
First double-digit advantage of the night at 14-4. 4:44 to go here in quarter number one. Baseline jumper in the corner. Good. Give that to Marta Franco.
Nice job by Franco there. Kind of missed pretty bad on that last jump shot that she took, but notice that she had a short closeout by her defender, and although it's from the baseline, she confident enough to go ahead and shoot that thing again, so kudos there.
14-6 your score. In the corner, Atha puts it up. That was way long, but right into the hands of Julianne. Now Earnhardt, back to Anna Claire. The lob inside, Julianne in traffic. Good!
Wow, great find by AC. Good ball movement there. Like how the ball went into the post and then out. Julianne caught on that opposite block over there and didn't really play through her defender, but kicked it out to the other wing and forced them into a scramble mode.
It's going to be on Russell, her first. Russell transferred to Flagler from Texas A&M Kingville. In the paint, Abby up and in.
That is a nice wrinkle right there. We talk about those micro adjustments in the pregame. That is one of them right there. So run a little UCLA cut to your point and then post your point guard. That's a really popular kind of concept in the game right now. Is if you've got a point guard with good ball skill set, why not put him in the post?
North Georgia with a 12-point advantage, largest of the night, and the ball down low. Sutton, one dribble, shot up, would not go, but a foul will send her to the line.
You could tell Julianne's eyes there that she was, with her eyes, she was faking the kick out, but she knew on that catch, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going over my opposite shoulder, and I'm going to get a shot off here.
And she did.
I've had enough of offensive rebounding and sharing and passing out to my teammates. I'm just going to go ahead right now.
I'm the leading scorer on the team for a reason. Averaging 16 points per game. Got that one to go. Second one gets the friendly bounce, and it's 20-6. Kayla Massip in the ball game for the first time. Kayla averaging 11 minutes per game thus far on the season. That jumper will find the mark and give credit there to Sherelle McCormick. Blackstock on the wing. Now Earnhardt, nice fake, guarded by Franco. And a nice hesitation and the basket.
3 for 3 for Josie Earnhardt on times she's gotten run off the line. Being one of the deadliest shooters in the league, where she just goes and gets tough twos. And that's just something that a lot of coaches around the league are not going to like when they see that. It just makes her tougher to guard.
Now 7 points on the night for Josie.
We were worried about that first quarter race out, and looks like we got it.
Yep. And a three from the aforementioned Josie Earnhardt. Biggest lead of the night.
Josie Earnhardt's outscoring Flagler by herself right now.
Yes, she is. Now with 10 points on the evening. A minute 45 to go, quarter number one. Franco drives, and that'll be a travel.
Travel or jump ball? This official over here has travel. Did she underneath have a jump? Oh, well, we'll find out if the arrow changes possessions here.
Checking in to the lineup for North Georgia, number 23, Isabel Davenport. A minute 35 to go. Quarter number one, 25-8. Drive shot no good by Blackstock. Rebound taken there by Sophie Van Dyke, just in the ball game for Flagler. Redshirt freshman from Holland, Michigan. McCormick straightaway jumper would not go. Rebound to Massip. Hands it to Livy. Blackstock brings it up. Quick pass on the wing to Earnhardt. Now Massip drives, shoots, blocked. On the season, at the 16th block for Van Dyke.
2 consecutive. She erased Livy Blackstock's shot here in the last possession, and then a much taller, rangier Kayla Massip. So she definitely can erase bad perimeter defense for her Saints teammates.
Davenport finds Anna Claire, and that'll be a foul on number 15, Josiana Mathis, her second. That coming with less than a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Tell you what I really like to see from our post so far. Kayla did it right there. Julianne has done it a couple times already as well, but just to catch it on one block, and then when the shot blocker is behind you, not just forcing through her, but turning and immediately throwing out to the weak side wing, and then playing just good basketball from there. So it's like it's like a reversal almost. It's
right.
Like I don't catch it to see if I can get mine. I catch it to pass out.
Biggest lead of the night now. 19, long three from the wing is good for Keegan Brace, freshman from Longwood, Florida. Earnhardt at the other end answers. 30 points for North Georgia here in the first quarter. It's 30-8, and a takeaway by Massip. Anna Claire to Josie. Earnhardt. There's just a split-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Now to 10. Anna Claire Out front, works the left side. Davenport with 4-3. Back to Anna Claire. 3 on the way. Bounces off the rim. And that's your first quarter. A 22-point advantage a moment ago is now 19. That's not shabby for a quarter's worth of work.
No, sir. That's exactly what we were looking for.
Stay with us. Second quarter straight ahead. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
It is not unheard of to have a 30-point quarter's worth of work, but it's been a year since the North Georgia women have done so. Did it last year against Clayton State. And for the casual observer, the first quarter, Nighthawks seeming to hit on all cylinders. Second quarter underway. Drive, left-handed shot up and good. Give that to Taylor Gardner.
Nice finish by Gardner. Left-handed there and then over an extended shot blocker. That's not just an easy layup.
Whistle inside. That foul on Van Dyke. First on Sophie. Davenport drives the left side, now kicks to Earnhardt, out front to Sutton, around on the wing to Franklin. Shot clock at 10. Davenport now, back to Sutton, hands to Isabel, down the lane, contact! Wow. No whistle, my goodness. I am shocked that there was not a personal foul called. Isabel took a pretty good body check there. First minute of the second quarter, 30-13. And a three-pointer makes it 30-16. Franklin, cross-court pass to Earnhardt, quickly shoots. This one no good, but tracked down well out front. McCormick on the move. And taken away by Franklin. How many times have we seen that? But taken right back by McCormick. Puts it up over Massive. No good. Nighthawks stave off a golden opportunity for Flagler to have collected a third straight basket.
Really like that cut under by Abby where she just knows it was one-on-one. She's a lone defender, so I got to just cut under and change the path of the ball handler.
Right. And radically changed it.
I think Julianne Sutton has turned into an offensive rebounding machine.
Earnhardt from the elbow, rattled out, no good, and that's a foul over the top on Davenport. First personal on Isabel. She'll check out. Blackstock back in. Played nearly 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Russell, guarded by Massip, away to McCormick. Now Brace picks up her dribble. Sadie, a long three, no good. And over the top, that will be the second personal on Sophie Van Dyke.
I really like her game, though. Bad decision there to try to play over the top on the offensive end, but really does a good job of just kind of owning the paint down here for Flagler. Now got to rotate out because of the 2 fouls, but she's the one that kind of created the contact for Isabel in the last drive. But that's the kind of level of basketball there.
Right.
You're not going to expect to not get touched, and so I like how she takes ownership of the paint.
You can see her developing into quite a force in the Peach Belt over the next couple of years. Julianne, the no-look pass to Massop. Now to Franklin, directing traffic. 7 to shoot. Now 6-5. Abby with 4 puts it up. 15-footer, no good. And Flagler the rebound. Where the points were coming very easily in the first quarter, not thus far in the second for North Georgia. Tong in pressure. Draws contact. She'll head to the line.
It's a fine line for Julianne there where she's one-on-one defensively in the post. You want her just to wall up, but make the post players score on you first, right? So there's no such thing as perfect post defense. You will get scored on as long as teams play through the post. So just be really good and technical with how well you defend, because the probability of that shot going in was probably lower than the probability of her making 2 free throws.
Tong getting 1 of 2, now 5 of 9 on the season. Massop gets a breather. And Anna Claire Atha back in for the Nighthawks. Looking for their first points of the second quarter. We are more than 3 minutes into the quarter. Earnhardt, right side of the lane, nothing doing. Back out front. Anna Claire, shot clock at 7. Now Franklin. And a whistle away from the ball. That's going to be the second on Tong. Freshman from Jacksonville and Bishop Kenny High School. Blackstock. Away to Earnhardt. Bounce pass, Julianne. All alone. Anna Claire, no good. And a rebound snared by Taylor Gardner for Flagler.
I think right there you want to see Julianne just go ahead with having a foot in the paint or in the restricted arc. Just go ahead and try to score that first. And then, but on the kick out, AC was so wide open. I felt like she rushed her shot just a little bit. Yeah. Just let it come to you.
In traffic, Julianne, no good. Loose ball, battle for it. Livy goes to the floor. It's going to be last touched by Blackstock out of bounds to Flagler. The Saints have all the points here in quarter number 2. Russell, one dribble, and away it goes on the wing. Gardner for 3, no good. Rebound taken by Anna Claire.
Got lucky on that defensive possession. There was a back cut that 2 of our defenders kind of turned to, leaving the wide open 3 for Flagler. So fortunate for the miss there. That's 2.
Sutton inside, left hand hook, yes! That is the first basket in the second quarter, and it took more than nearly 5 minutes rather, to get it. Russell drives on Anna Claire, the wraparound pass to Tong. Ball loose, picked up by Blackstock. It's a 2-on-3. Franklin, wing 3!
See, so now in this lineup, Abby Franklin is the off guard. Livy's bringing it up. Good luck trying to find a shooter as good as she is now that she doesn't have to bring it up. She can sneak around and find her spot in transition, and Livy did a good job of finding her.
That shot would not go. Battle for the loose ball, and Anna Claire rips it away.
That's much more committed and technical post defense from Julianne there.
Corner shot no good. Foul sending Earnhardt to the floor, and she'll have an opportunity at the line. but not before a timeout on the floor. 4:28 to go until the half. Your score, North Georgia 35, Flagler 17. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Along with Lee Glenn, Craig Corbin here, the Nighthawk Sports Network staff. Game number 1 of our Peach Belt Conference doubleheader here from the Convocation Center. A wintry evening out and about. It's been quite an interesting last 24 plus hours across not just North Georgia, but all up the eastern seaboard.
I know down here in Georgia we're not totally out of the woods, but I really like when we err on the side of caution, right? Instead of getting caught with unprepared.
Earnhardt at the line. First one of 3, good. 83% on the season for Josie.
Like the old, you see a lot of people take 3 dribbles before they shoot a free throw.
Right.
I like when she catches it from the official. It's just one dribble into her rhythm, free throw.
13 of 15 on the season now for Josie. And it's 38-17.
Stacia Cannon checked in here too, so now we have played now 8 of our available 9 players, or sorry, 9 of our available 10 players.
38-19. North Georgia on top. Savage, entry pass down low. Nicely done, Anna Claire. Flagler with the ball. 3:43 to go until the half. Taken away inside. How about that? Van Dyke just had it ripped away. Out front, Savage again feeds Anna Claire backing in. Chloe, we're going to call a 3-second violation on the Nighthawks.
Kind of erase a Chloe Savage 3. She's got a big grin on her face. That's good to see, but you've got really a 5 position, throwing it into a 3 or 4 position, so you've got just some oddities of what is comfortable there, but I really like how we are making the wrinkles we talked about in the pregame show, the wrinkles. And for us, what it is putting this, running the same actions, but just putting people in different spots. It's going to be her 3rd there.
Foul on Van Dyke. With 2:56 to go here in the second quarter. Chloe puts that one up and in. 8 of 9 on the season at the line. Largest lead of the night at 22. Gardner away to Russell. No dribbles in the pass to McCormick. Back to Sadie. Shot clock at 5.
That's a charge.
And an offensive foul. That'll be the second on McCormick.
AC there, it's just a great story, right? So she's been on our team and just battling with injuries, and now she comes in and plays like just this really unique role. Can play a guard, can play a big, can defend multiple positions, and right there, you just love players that'll just wear one for the team.
Yep.
So, and you can see that in the genuine excitement from her teammates there on the charge.
Went to the floor trying to retrieve that bounce pass from Blackstock. What a turnover. Gives it to the Saints. We approach the 2-minute mark. Gardner drives in. That'll be a blocking foul on Blackstock. First personal on Livy. And we'll send Gardner to the line. On the season, 78% for the freshman out of Jacksonville and the DME Academy.
Spent some time in the around the ancient city in Duval County and Flagler County, Clay County, and I'm unfamiliar with DME Academy.
I wonder if that is a new institute of higher learning.
Most likely. Ooh.
And that one rimmed out. It's 41-20, 2:02 to go in the second. Franklin away to Blackstock, stops. Now Savage. Cannon drives on McCormick, off her foot, out of bounds, and over to Flagler.
That's okay. Great experience right here.
Yeah. Just learned that DME is located in lovely Daytona Beach.
Must have commuted up and down I-95 if she calls Jacksonville home.
Yep. A minute 38 to go. Nice backdoor cut by McCormick in the basket on the feed from Russell.
Nice cut. Good job by seeing her by Sadie Russell as well. To pressure the passer a little bit better so that doesn't happen.
Franklin to Blackstock, back to Abby in the corner. Tightly defended and stolen by Russell. Lead pass up to Keegan Brace. Drives on Savage, shot no good. And that's going to be a foul on Flagler. If that's on McCormick, it'll be her third. And it is. So Sherrell will stay on the floor.
It's not a bad strategy, right? So you've got one with 3 already, and
Van Dyke.
Van Dyke. So you're going to protect her. Let her go another minute 15. You're down nearly, well, now almost 20 on a next made free throw. So
right.
I don't want to save a punch when you're late in a boxing round.
Second one coming now for Livy. And it rattles in, just as you foretold. 42-22, 1:15 to go until halftime. Russell inbounds to Gardner, who looks over to Coach Smith for the play call. Russell drives, nothing doing there. Defended well by Franklin. Now Gardner whips it over to Brace in the corner. Straightaway shot, no good. Rebound, Savage. Outlet comes to Abby. We're inside a minute to go. Earnhardt, Savage, Franklin. Guarded by Pierce, away to Blackstock. Now 15 to shoot. Earnhardt pulls the trigger on a 3, and it would not fall.
Don't go under that handoff.
16 points on the night for Josie. Russell from the foul line, no good. Rebound by Savage. A very delicate rebound.
Yeah, it was. Looks like we had all 4 players had a tough time disengaging from their box out.
I got it. You take it. Anna Claire away to Livy. Looks inside, but instead Josie. 3 seconds. Anna Claire, 2, 1. Heaves it up, and it's no good. A 20-point advantage for North Georgia at the break. And we will step aside and be back with a halftime report. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Joyride beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. God, I'm good.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
North Georgia Basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the Smith House Country Store, Restaurant, and Hotel, the UNG Bookstore, Bryan Properties Commercial Real Estate, and Northeast Georgia Health System.
Welcome back here courtside UNG Convocation Center, where the UNG women lead Flagler 42-22 at intermission. And we're going to carry on with our new tradition where we have invited the other gender's head coach, my man, Coach Dan Evans, sitting down with us. Coach, glad you're with us, man.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Tell me about how good pizza tastes after road wins. Is it different than a road loss pizza?
It's a good feeling to win on the road. Yeah. It really is, and it doesn't matter how it happens, to be honest with you. You know, it doesn't matter what it looks like. You know, our game on at Clayton, which would have been Wednesday, was kind of ugly, you know, sort of just a down in the mud kind of game, and we were a little bit smoother, I thought, at Georgia College on Saturday. But to be honest, when you walk on that bus, it feels pretty darn good in either case. And we've started to venture out on what we eat at post game to give our guys a little variety, because you so often, like you're referring to, you so often just be like, hey, where's the nearest Papa John's or Domino's or whatever place that's going to deliver to the gym. And so we have
tell me more.
We had JJ's Fish and Chicken after Clayton, which I know brought concern to some people about. I'd never had it. It was incredible. It was cost efficient. They were
delivered
great.
To the gym.
We actually had to pick it up because we found out literally after we were already at the gym that they couldn't deliver it. But no big deal. Took 10 extra minutes, and 10 extra minutes on that night didn't matter to us all. We had Huey Magoo's, I believe, was like a chicken tender place in Milledgeville that we had this past time. That I know they have one in Gainesville as well, and they were willing to deliver. And so it seems trivial, and honestly, even when I say it out loud, kind of sounds dumb. But there is something about that sort of shared experience, that shared joy, that shared appreciation, that, you know, avoidance of monotony, quite honestly, that I do think sustains a little bit of energy, and obviously winning sustains way more.
Yeah.
But that adds a little piece to it, so it's been fun.
I asked a question in jest, you know, about how did the pizza taste, but a road college basketball road win, there's no feeling like that. Like you said, like the 10 extra minutes doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you get back at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. after a road win. It's just that there's something about the camaraderie and the enjoyment being collective after road wins.
Yeah, it's, you're in somebody else's locker room. It's usually smaller and cramped and not a lot of space, and you're in tight quarters, and you get on the bus and you're in tight quarters again.
Yeah.
And you're exactly right. I mean, there's just a thing about it. There's a unity that comes from, especially when it feels like you played well. Especially when it feels important, and they usually do, but, there are times where it doesn't for whatever those reasons may be. And so it was awesome. It was a good week for that.
Speaking of playing well, your team is definitely playing well here as of late. What's the why behind it? Why can we go into Clayton State, which is annually a tough place for us to win, and win with big possessions late? And then how are we able to go into Georgia College, which was, in some people's eyes, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the region, and just really make that game, just stretched it out late? What's the vibe with your team? What's happening?
We try really hard, and that is just a reality. And that doesn't mean we're not talented. It doesn't mean we don't have guys who are capable of doing different things. But it is absolutely at the core of who we are, is our effort level, our togetherness, our willingness to defend. And I think anybody who would watch us, whether we play great or don't play great in a given day, I think it's pretty apparent that we work defensively and strive to be as good as we can on that side of the ball. And I think those things have continued and have grown and sustained, and we've gotten better. Malik being a little bit more comfortable has certainly helped us in different situations. And I think beyond that, we are just continuing to get comfortable in our identity and what we have to be. We're not the flashiest offensive team in the country. You're not going to watch us and be like, oh my gosh, it's so free and easy and all these shots and easy chances. Like, we have a little bit of a kind of a griminess to the way we play offense, physicality. We play through our big players a lot. And I think that is not because we are not talented. It is because it's the best way for us to be successful. And I think you're seeing a development of us offensively being a big contributor to helping us be a little better defensively and also making us a little bit more efficient. And we talked about that on here not that long ago, that as we can get a little better offensively and maybe not turn the ball over, which is still an issue, that it would have an impact on us defensively. And I think we've gradually seen that.
That was a great segment there. You talk about, like, grimy offense, right? And I tend to disagree, right? Because it's just patient, and kids that are 20-something years old aren't normally patient when the basketball's in their hands. But I've said it for 2 years now, ever since you've arrived on campus, that we defend really, really well. And what the casual eye sees when you think somebody is guarding well is active, loud ball pressure and diving on the floor and charges and 4 dudes running to pick them up off the floor. But that's just all kind of noisy defense. Your team, defends quietly and passionately, and we know where team strengths are, and we take them away. And instead of taking charges, we alter shots. How hard is it to convince a kid to that, listen, your role is going to be defined on by what you do when we don't have the basketball, and we're not going to do the flashy things. We're going to do the hard things over and over and over and over. How hard is that?
I mean, I think it's a challenge in the sense that you don't really have to do it till you get to the college level. And honestly, in a lot of college places, it's not necessarily their emphasis, which is not right, wrong, or anything. It's just the choice, right? We all have to choose what we want to identify as. And I think with our guys, the beauty has been is we do it every day.
Yeah.
We do it every day. And I'm certain if somebody walked into our practice, it would be pretty apparent pretty quickly what we focus on. The interesting thing for this year has been, I think our foundation in some of those things has been really good. And so a lot of our time is spent offensively, and a lot of our time is spent in preparation for our opponent because much of our principles are deeper ingrained than maybe they were year 1, year 2, when we kind of had two totally different teams, to be honest.
You trusted a little bit more, right?
Yeah, and we just, a lot of our guys have last year as a backbone to what we're going to do, and so we do foundational and fundamental things daily, don't get me wrong, but we're not there for 35 minutes trying to do shell slides. Like, we're getting our work in, reminders. We talk it an awful lot, but we prepare for our opponents both sides of the ball, and I think because of that, we've just gradually gotten better. And I think our guys have bought into it is the biggest thing. And we have some guys who can guard. I mean, let's be honest. Like, Greg Billups can really guard. Eric Jones can really guard. Frank Champion can really move, even if he's still developing in certain understandings in terms of anticipation. Cody Schubert can really guard. Malik Hardy can really move and guard. Mikhail Bethea off the bench. So we have Zach Brown, Jonky. Like, these guys are suited to do some of these things and have bought in. And so, that's how it usually is, right? Their talent plus buy-in usually gets the best results. And we got a long way to go and a lot of good teams to play. But to this point, I think we've done a good job.
And a lot of adversity to go through.
No
That's
doubt.
kind of unscripted because every basketball season has some. Like, what's the next challenge? But I want to stay on that the conversation about team defense a lot. And that's a great point you make about we just kind of trust who we are a little bit more. You see teams, that will, especially now that you're playing a basketball team, the second team for the second time already in this league schedule, and there's 4 teams in the league you haven't even seen once, so there's a familiarity piece of it. But a lot of times you see teams yell scout, hey, this is coming. We're kind of not into that, although there is a scout, right, and we know what other teams are doing, but we're just going to guard you in our way, and I think that says a lot about a commitment to a system.
I think it's true. I would say we are somewhere on the line of those things because we are very prepared. We do a great job of anticipating what's coming, but how we defend it isn't some special thing we've never done before. So we might know that flow is coming, and it doesn't mean that our guy has to know something totally different than what we would do every day.
Yeah, I don't need you to memorize their play.
Exactly
I need you to know how we're going to stop. Yeah,
that preparation is, I know what's coming so I can guard it better the way we already guard it. And I think, that is a growth, and that is, in each team you have does that better or worse. Some teams really need that, minutia of, we know what's coming as much as possible because it helps me focus. And other people need the total, please goodness, don't tell me what's happening because I'll be thinking about that.
Yeah.
And, that I think how we respond year to year kind of can vary with who's playing and who you have,
It's false confidence, though, I think, too. You can kind of put into a player, hey, look, just don't get beat on baseline outright. Don't give away anything easy, and then we're just going to guard as the game goes.
There's no doubt. I mean, if you eliminate the easy things that go on, you've taken really huge steps to being a good defensive team at every level.
So Flagler's in town, right? They're really good.
Really good. Really good.
Top of our league, only team, I believe, in the league with 1 league loss. Handed Georgia College their 2nd league loss. What can we expect aside from perhaps arguably one of the better players in the country? We're going to see. I mean, how good do you think he is?
He's a really good player. I mean, he is a really good guard, unique in his sort of ability to do a little bit of everything, or quite honestly, a lot of everything. Yeah. He shoots the ball a lot for them, but that's because he's good. It's not a selfishness. It's not like, I don't say it as a negative. I mean,
that's their best way to
asserts himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they have a bunch of other good players. You know what I mean? Yeah. They have a first-team all-league kid from a different school in our league who just transferred there, and he's a backup. Yeah. They have 5 or 6 fifth-year players in a rotation of 8 or 9 guys. And 2 more fourth years, if I'm not mistaken. So they're a good team. They have high expectations, and I think we played them and Georgia College back-to-back prior to the break. And I think we got beat in both games, but I think we played fine. We played fine in both instances. We didn't play well enough, I don't think, especially at Flagler, in my opinion, after watching the film for however many times we watch it. But it's a great test, and I think it is going to be a night to measure yourself like it is every night.
Well, ebb and flow of a basketball season, right? It comes and it goes, and you don't know what's coming next. You just enjoy the moment that you're in right now. And I have really enjoyed the moment of watching your team really reap some of the benefit of the hard work that's been done. So wished you the best of luck tonight, not only tonight for 40 minutes, but Saturday night and Wednesday night and every night moving forward. And look forward to having you back next. We're going to have a couple visits before we have another post-road trip. We're going to be interested to know what the menu is.
I hope I feel the same way I feel now after a couple road trips.
Good luck tonight, Coach Evans. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you. Go Nighthawks.
We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back here on the Nighthawks Sports Network for the second half of UNG women's basketball versus Flagler.
And we're back to action here in the third quarter. Teams going at it with North Georgia on top by 20, 42-22. Inside to Sutton. The wraparound pass. Franklin, three from the wing, left side. And a quick basket on the opening possession here in quarter number 3. Russell away. Now Tong guarded by Julianne. Tong with the left hand up. No good. Rebound Sutton. Blackstock away to Abby. Julianne just inside the top of the circle. Hands it to Abby. That pass tipped, but right into the hands of Earnhardt. Shot clock at 10. We've played a minute here in the third. Pass intended for Franklin, intercepted by Pierce for the layup. (45-24). The three-point basket by Abby Franklin to start things off here in the third. And 2 straight turnovers, though, for the Nighthawks. Pierce, the pass, winding up Sadie Russell, a basket in the lane. Russell now with 7 on the night. 45-26 your score, 8:08 to go in the third. Bounce pass in the corner to Blackstock, out now to Julianne. 3-point effort, up and good. Julianne Sutton, 28% on the season from 3. Foul inside. And that's on Earnhardt, her first. Russell, one dribble and the pass for McCormick, who nearly had moved too quickly. Now Tori Pierce drives in, nothing doing, defended by Franklin. Pass intended for Russell in the lane, knocked away and out of bounds. There'll be 4 seconds with which to work for the Saints. Pierce inbounds to Mathis, baseline jumper, well short into the hands of Anna Claire. .7:17 to go here in the third. Blackstock pass to Earnhardt. Josie drives the right side of the lane, no good. Strong rebound, Julianne. Earnhardt, baseline jumper, no.
Good possession there for North Georgia. Another tough 2 drive by Josie. Another offensive rebound by Julianne. Thought she kicked it back out a little early. Just go ahead and finish that thing.
Tong Now kicks it on the wing to Mathis, who drives. 12-footer, no good. Weak side rebound again to Anna Claire Atha. Lob to Julianne in traffic. No good. Ball knocked away and a foul on Russell. That will be her third.
That's like 6 fouls Julianne has forced against whoever's defending her.
Yep.
Man, she's just a bear to deal with when she gets down there under the rim because she owns space, and then now over the last couple months is really focused on finishing over both shoulders, and now playing out after the shot, so the ball she doesn't have to touch it before the early in the possession. It's just really don't know how teams choose to defend her.
It is a conundrum. Franklin with 8 to shoot away. And a 3 from Blackstock. Livy puts it in, and it's 51-26.
Blackstock did a wonderful job there of preparing early before the catch. You see a lot of youth basketball players that will catch it and then lower their torso and bend their knees and go into the shot. She was prepared to shoot prior to the catch.
25-point lead is the largest of the night. Here's another 3 try that's no good. Rebound taken by Flagler. Pierce quickly the other way in the corner to Mathis. Drives, lifts it up with the left hand, no good.
I think that secures there. Juliet secures Julianne's double-double.
Double-double yet again. In traffic, the shot from Anna Claire knocked away by Sophie Van Dyke. 26 times in her career with a double-double. Wow. Amazing. Davenport in the ball game. The lob over the top to Julianne in traffic, no good. Van Dyke battled and tied up by Anna Claire.
The pass from Isabel put her in a tough spot under the rim there. Right. So she had to use her lone dribble to get out to get an angle to score. So it's almost too deep of a catch there for Julianne.
Pierce drive, shoots, no good. Tip, saves it, but right to Anna Claire. Here comes Isabel Davenport bringing it up the floor and away to Earnhardt. Josie works the right side of the lane, stops, nothing doing there, defended by McCormick. Blackstock to Anna Claire, hands it back to Livy as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the third. Over the top to Julianne, left-hand shot, you bet.
That's just too good offense if you're able just to catch it and then play off of 1 foot as a post player.
27 is the lead.
No foul.
Van Dyke backs in, puts it up. Nice move by Sophie Van Dyke.
Both Flagler post players do a good job of playing over their right shoulder, which is non-traditional. You expect right-handed posts to go back over their left.
Blackstock to Earnhardt. Josie drives on Russell, puts it up, no good. Tipped, but right into the hands of Keegan Brace. Way too much for McCormick to flag down, and it's out of bounds to North Georgia. 4:15 on the clock, timeout on the court. North Georgia 53, Flagler 28. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
The human body is like any high-performance machine. As the miles add up, parts wear out. That's where pain begins. And here's where it ends. Where top orthopedic surgeons use breakthrough techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for good. Feel like new again for miles to come at the region's only dedicated joint care center, Northeast Georgia Medical Center.
Team's back on the court. It'll be Anna Claire to trigger it. Inbounds to Livy with 4:15 to go here in quarter number 3. Nighthawks looking to stay the lone unbeaten in Peach Belt play. Kayla Massip in the ball game. Back to Earnhardt. Josie at the foul line tried to get it to Kayla, but ball tipped to Livy. 12 to shoot. Oh, goodness. And that pass intended for Davenport, who had already moved as soon as the bounce pass hit the floor.
That was a zig-zag.
Yep. When it should have been a zigzag.
Yep.
53-28 your score. Pierce drives on Massip. Back to McCormick. 17-footer good. McCormick now with 6 on the night.
Saints do a wonderful job of driving. When they drive, they play off at 2 feet and stay poised. They don't panic.
Davenport, top of the key. Now Earnhardt bounce pass to Anna Claire. A couple of dribbles and we'll hand it to Livy. 10 to shoot. Massip fighting for it, tied up by Brace and McCormick. Alternating possession will stay with North Georgia. Franklin in for Earnhardt.
This little pocket pass after dribble penetration from Livy there, just a little too low. Would have been a nice finish from Kayla.
Franklin with the floater.
Ooh, man, playing off a 1 floater. Another shot in her arsenal. Watch out.
55-30. Brace. Dangerous pass to Pierce. Guarded by Davenport. Pierce from the elbow left side. Left it short, no good, but got her own rebound, for goodness sake. Up and in. How many Nighthawks had an opportunity for that loose ball? Timeout on the court with 2:42 to go. We'll take a break. 55-32 North Georgia leads Flagler on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. The path of selflessness, of service. The path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Team still huddled up here with 2:42 to go in the third. North Georgia showing no signs of taking the foot off the accelerator tonight.
No, and the beauty of tonight is that there's a lot of players that are getting some minutes that they haven't had the first 12, 14 games of the season.
Yep.
So there's just a lot of positives here for North Georgia tonight, dealing with some adversity, working through the adversity, getting some people some new minutes.
And they will await Columbus State on Saturday right here at the Convocation Center. McCormick lost the handle, going to the floor. Anna Claire. What is it? You always say first to the floor?
First to the floor always wins.
Yep.
You might not always get possession of the ball, but it sets the tone. And right there, she had the advantage, and first to the floor was eventually fouled.
Yep.
So.
And that's the fourth foul on McCormick. She'll go to the bench. Sherrell, freshman from North Lauderdale and Cardinal Gibbons High School. Franklin to Anna Claire. Now Abby, drive to the elbow, kicks to Blackstock. Savage out front. A couple of dribbles and will hand. And nearly taken away. Davenport saves it. And Claire will go now. Savage picks it up. 4 to shoot. Cross court to Franklin. A calm 3 just shy. And a nice offensive rebound by Davenport. Corner 3, Anna Claire, no good. Rebound battle. Boy, Isabel nearly came out of there with it. That was quite the possession. Gardner.
To see the integrity of the team to stay in what is you. We talked about was halftime with Coach Evans right there, up 33, yet we're still the first to get on the floor.
Weak side rebound. Davenport gets her own board, double teamed, fights for it. There's going to be a jump. I can't tell what the call
Foul
is.
on Flagler.
Okay. Davenport gets a breather and Earnhardt back in. 1:18 to go in the third. Blackstock in the corner. Now Franklin with 15 to shoot. Around the left side of the lane. Drive, shoot, scores.
It's so fun to see the development of her game over the last 4 years.
Russell, a high arcing 3 is good. Is it a 3 or a 2?
2, I believe.
Okay.
Long 2. Yep.
Now Franklin between the circles. Backdoor cut, Earnhardt. Now kicks to Blackstock, 3 on the wing. I like how that sings.
Turned the net up over the rim on that one. Good find by Josie on the cut. Gathered that back cut pass and found her teammate in rhythm.
That one from Pierce, no good. Weak side rebound to Blackstock. Livy brings it up herself. The pass to Earnhardt, guarded by Gardner. Now Livy looks over, gets the play call from Coach Burson. Livy picks up the dribble, bounce pass to Anna Claire, top of the key. She launches a 3, no good. Battle loose ball. Chloe Savage, how did she come away with that one? And a timeout taken, Coach Burson. She was being forced into the corner ever further by Tong and Gardner.
It's a good timeout, too, because it gives you, we weren't going to get a good shot off of that anyway,
right,
had she been able to clear the pressure. So possession error was also in favor of Flagler. So they're just little things, right? It doesn't matter when you're up 26 necessarily, but they're good. So not only is our team getting valuable experience, but right there, that's a good strategy from our coaching staff to understand, hey, look, now
right,
we need to execute. Looks like it's baseline out with just over 4 seconds to go. Let's act like it's a tie ball game. So
a teaching opportunity. Both teams are back out there. It'll be Franklin to trigger it. 4.3 remaining here in the third. Savage with 3, 2. Chloe puts it up and rims away. So close. 3 quarters in the books. 1 to go. It's North Georgia 60, Flagler 34. Back in a moment. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the Smith House Country Store Restaurant and Hotel, the UNG Bookstore, Bryan Properties Commercial Real Estate, and Northeast Georgia Health System.
Quarter remains. The Nighthawks looking to improve to 7-0 in conference play, 13-1 overall, and a victory tonight, Mr. Glenn, would be the 50th in the Convocation Center for the University of North Georgia women's basketball program.
Against 2 losses.
Against 2 losses. Not shabby.
So is it a 96% winning percentage? Wow.
Not shabby at all. We're underway here in the 4th quarter. That's just staggering. Pierce will drive on Blackstock, puts it up over Sutton. Basket counts. The foul will be called on Libby.
His hesitation dribble from Pierce there brought Livy up out of her stance, and then she pulled contact from the help defender. Not quite sure the foul was on Livy, but
it was.
So it's interesting to see that. Not interesting to see. It was just a good perimeter dribble move from Pierce there.
Pierce has been held thus far well under her season's average of 18. 7 on the night. Savage with 10. Bounce pass to Julianne, who lays it in. Nice feed from Chloe.
Like our offense takes time. But like next time we start doing the dribble handoffs and the changing sides of the floor like that, just watch the post. Watch Julianne. The post defender gets tired of having to guard her on the high side, low side, and then eventually you just, like right there, you just catch the defender on the wrong side. And
right.
So you can't guard all sides of her. It's such a good offense for us.
Multifaceted. And a Claire, look at the circus shot. Goodness gracious.
A saucy layup there.
Yes, yes. That had a little flair to it. Equaling the largest lead of the night, but a 3 from number 3, Sadie Russell. Carves in a little bit to that deficit, 64-40 with 8:24 to go. Blackstock guarded by Brace. Away to Earnhardt. Thought about it for a split second. Now the 12-footer, no good. Josie, one of those players who shoots better from beyond the arc than she does overall.
Because she's much more confident out there. But to your point, though, she's made a lot of 2s tonight. Well, not a lot, but just more than normal.
Yeah.
And that's just something that, when coaches can't regurgitate that scout and just say, look, she is this.
Right.
But she's getting better at this, so we got to watch that. So the fact that she can now, when she gets run off the line as a three-point shooter, can go around and play.
When you talked about her repertoire growing in that respect, it would seem as though she is extremely comfortable now.
She's getting
with that.
So she's missed the last couple. So she missed a layup down here and the last 2 jump shots inside the arc she's missed. So this is a great opportunity for her to work on that.
Russell, corner 3, Hurricane air ball. Blackstock saves it to Sutton, who wraps it right around to the defender. Back to Blackstock, up to Anna Claire. Now Julianne will hand it to Josie. 7:11 to go in the ball game, 64-40. Blackstock works on Brace, away to Chloe. Nice fake in the lane, the floater good.
Just such the value of a shot fake, man. Just people need to, I just wish high school players could do a better job of understanding what a quality shot fake does to a defender.
And that was against a good defender.
It is, and then she drove around and then hit a tough 2, not all the way to the rim, a little pull-up jump shot. So it's good to have her back.
Massop in, Sutton a breather with 6:49 to go. And the lead is 26. Inbound comes to Russell. Hands it to Pierce. Nearly taken away by Massop. Got a hand on it, but Russell controlling. Guarded by Blackstock. Stops. Off-balance shot. Whoa. Goodness gracious.
That's a high level of difficulty there. So tip your hat to Russell. She's not backing down or giving up.
The senior from Nottingham, England. Bounce pass to Earnhardt. 6:16 to go. Now Livy. That one out of bounds to Flagler. Not sure who the intended recipient was there.
I think that was another zag-zag.
Yep. Gardner to Russell. One dribbling away to Pierce. As we've now played 4 minutes here in the fourth. Tong guarded by Savage. Left-handed shot up. No good. Rebound to Kayla. Libby works it up. Feed to Chloe. Stops. Oh, a beautiful cut by Kayla Massip.
Great job by Lacey running the floor. I'm sorry, Chloe running the floor there. That's kind of like the Julianne Sutton run-ahead transition basket, right. But then she gathered herself and found a cutting Kayla Massip. That is really good to see our bigs working together like that. You see that a lot in the half-court set, but right there in transition.
What's interesting with regard to what you just described is the vision that is required to pull that off.
In the half-court set, you know where it's,
right.
where it's coming. I got to read where she's being defended and throw it to the other shoulder. Right there, that is just kind of ad-lib basketball.
Right.
So there's just so much to be proud of. Number one, the composure to make the pass, but the whereabouts from Kayla to make the cut. Too many times in basketball you see a player with the ball and 4 people watching. You really need 2 people moving, relocating, 2 people watching.
Blackstock away to Earnhardt. Now Abby with 10, away to Savage. Chloe, one dribble, stops, bounce pass intended for Kayla, but taken away by Blackstock, who lost the handle. Wow, that was a nice response by Livy. Gardner kicks, long, high-arcing shot from Mathis, no good. The follow wouldn't go for Pierce. And another rebound for Chloe. Franklin will wait on everybody to set up. Kayla Massip lost the handle as she dribbled it, or would have had a layup with 4:44 to go. Nice feed to Pierce. Stops, kicks over to Gardner. Goes baseline. Yeah, a tough shot would not go. Massip. And that stops the clock with 4:32 to go, and I believe that will be on Kayla. Thought that was a clean rebound. Not the case.
Nope.
68-44 your score. Back in a moment. You're watching the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
.432 to play here in this Peach Belt Conference matchup. And North Georgia, from the opening tip, scoring the first 6 unanswered points, really set the tone in this game tonight.
We talked about that in the lead, that North Georgia is really tough to play, number 1 in this building, but number 2 when we get out of the gates early and get to play with confidence and downhill.
Gardner, nice drive around the left side of the lane.
That was one of our baseline out actions there.
Yep. 68-46 with 4:14 to go. The lob to Massip, guarded by Russell. Back out to Earnhardt. Anna Claire with 8 to shoot, stops in the lane amongst a trio of defenders. And a foul stops it with a second less than 4 to go.
Wow.
That is on Mathis, third on Josiana. Anna Claire, that one no good. That one of 2. Next up after tonight's ball game, the Cougars of Columbus State. You talk about a team you haven't had a chance to play.
Yeah. We got 4 of them, I think. That's Aiken we haven't seen, Augusta we haven't seen, Columbus State we haven't seen, and Young Harris.
Young Harris. Gardner again with the left hand.
Nice little lifty change of pace, left-handed finish.
69-48. Franklin just across the half-court stripe. Oh, nearly lost the handle. They're going to go a double dribble as she retrieved that one. Gardner brings it up away to Mathis, who finds Pierce. All alone, Tong. And Tong now with her first field goal of the day.
It's the patented hesitation from Pierce there. A nice job of finding Tong, whose defender had to help Pierce after the straight line drive. So that's just good basketball, and that's 2 teammates knowing where each other is going to be.
Franklin gets a breather. Probably not to see the court again tonight. 2:50 and counting here in the ball game. 69-50. Gardner alone for 3. It's good. She has been a force here in the last couple of minutes. And what was as much as a 27-point ball game is now but 16. Savage, top of the key. Now to Blackstock. The feed intended for Savage, knocked away and last touched by Tong. And North Georgia will have 7 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Well, I said she wouldn't be back, but yeah, that didn't take long.
I'll tell you why. It's another baseline out opportunity against a short shot clock.
Gotcha.
You want players that are going to have to score on these in the game.
Franklin, 3-pointer straight away, no good. Tip Massip, got it. Now to Franklin, they'll reset.
She is so rangy on the rebound.
That one, high arcing shot. It goes for Chloe. And a timeout. That ball bounced 10 feet.
That's a make you don't see a lot from 3. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. That is the first of the season, I believe, for Chloe, I think.
Well, that one was Josie, I think.
I'm sorry, Josie. Beg your pardon.
Yeah, definitely not her first.
Yep. Boatload.
3-point assassin.
You know, we talk about how, Abby has been such the floor general in her time here. Tireless. To say that she's tireless is an understatement. Plays more minutes on average than anybody else. How many minutes do you think she averages?
You've already led that she's more than anybody else.
By a stretch.
Probably got to be over 30.
Yes.
34 and a half.
You're within half a minute, 35.
Okay.
I mean, think about that. You're only on the bench an average of 5 minutes a game.
Yeah. Well, that's because you know how teams think that they need to beat us.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Yep.
And what do you do against pressure? You make sure your best ball hunters.
Yep. 72-53, 95 seconds to go. Massa backs in on Russell. Kicks now on the perimeter to Davenport. Savage, Earnhardt. Kayla with 9. The drive, the shot, the basket, the foul.
Tell you what, we talk about minutes find players.
Yeah.
That is one that I am glad to have seen some minutes come to, because she has waited her turn and really been a difference maker for us in the last 4 or 5 ball games.
The junior from Plantation, Florida, Florida A&M. Mathis guarded by Davenport. Now Tong intended for Pierce. Tong gets it back. 15 to shoot, 1:05 to play. Gardner in the lane. Now Mathis, 7-footer good. Flagler with more points in the third than any other quarter of the night. Blackstock drives on Gardner. Final 45 seconds. Pierce drives, no good. Rebound to Earnhardt. Up ahead to Blackstock. In the corner, Livy for 3. Just a little long. Loose ball scramble. Pierce comes out of there with it. Over to Gardner. Mathis, a corner 3, no good. Rebound tipped by Savage to herself. Now the final 10 seconds of this ball game. North Georgia will stay the lone unbeaten in the Peach Belt Conference and improve to 13-1 overall. Your final score, 76-55 as they defeat Flagler. We'll take a break and be back to wrap things up. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Joyride beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. All right, I'm good.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes, college sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
The 52nd game played by the North Georgia women in this gorgeous arena, and the 50th victory in those 52 games. Flashes of brilliance in this one, a 30-point first quarter, and with that, now 7-0 in Peach Belt play.
Another fast start by the Nighthawks, which is something that is kind of a great kickstart for us. So that fast start was beautiful. Although we had a couple players missing tonight, we were able to utilize the bench that we had. Went really deep into our bench. Everybody got valuable minutes, got some experience doing some situational things that'll come in handy later in the year. Love the wrinkles from Coach Burson, running our same actions, just moving personnel around and posting up guards and post handoffs from handoffs from guards to bigs instead of bigs to guards. So it's nice little mix-up by Coach Burson and her staff. But Flagler obviously is a tough road trip for them to come up here into the mountains and play twice over a 3-day period. So I definitely think Flagler will be in the conversation when it comes down to who all is in the PBC tournament.
Right.
So good team led by a quality coach. So, but to your point, it's another win for the Nighthawks, and look forward to being back here on Saturday.
Absolutely. That's going to wrap it up for the Nighthawk Sports Network. Final score again: North Georgia over Flagler, 76-55. Flagler falls to 9-8 overall, 3-4 in Peach Belt play. North Georgia 13-1, 7-0. Men coming up in less than half an hour. We'll see you then. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.